Welcome back to the Aftermatch with Kirsten Beeve. Come for the rugby, stay for the Aftermatch, Beeve. The Rugby Championship is on.
Yes.
Your great predictions for round, I'm just trying to work it out. This is round 5.
Yes.
Round 5 of 6 with everyone dead even. Who wins this weekend when you look at the All Blacks and Wallabies at Eden Park? Most likely that's an All Blacks victory.
Yes.
If you look in Durban at Kings Park, the Pumas and the Springboks.
Remembering, Argentina actually don't get a home game in all of this. They've taken their home game to Twickenham.
They're quite good over in the UK. They beat
They
the
are.
Lions
Do you know how
in
many
the
South
UK.
Do you know how many South Africans are over there getting their passports? There's a lot of South Africans in the UK, let me tell you.
It's not like a certain win or loss either
No.
way, the London match.
No, look, I genuinely think South Africa will get it done at the Coliseum that is Kings Park. Still probably, I'm sure everyone will go enjoy the braais out in the car park afterwards. But I just think South Africa will get this one done. The big thing about this weekend, Kirst, is if you can get a win this weekend, I think you genuinely get one hand on the trophy. Because I don't foresee two teams getting four wins. I think if you can get the 4 wins, you'll be the only team there. And you got to remember, every team's sitting on equal wins at the moment.
So you only think one team gets to 4 wins?
Yeah, I can't see Argentina, South Africa, and All Blacks Australia being two wins to both teams. I think there'll only be one team that can crack two wins out of the next 2 weekends. I really do. I think they'll split the results.
Yeah, but it's highly likely that they'll split, right? So that means
That's what
every
I mean.
team will be on
But that's what I'm
3
saying.
wins.
If you can get the 4 wins.
The Wallabies are on the top because of the bonus points.
Well, the All Blacks win at Eden Park for me. They will bounce back.
But they actually need a win with bonus points. So they need a huge win.
No, if they won in Eden Park and then they win in Perth, that's 4 wins.
Oh, so you're saying the All Blacks are the only team that'll go 2 from 2 in the next 2 weeks?
Well, you've got to win this weekend, don't you? But I genuinely think that they're the best chance still.
Okay, so let's talk about the
If
Boks.
they can get some consistency. Win one, lose one at the moment.
And they can't right now. They can't get consistency, which has screwed your theory because you were a 100% success rate. Could drop 1. Well, we've dropped 2.
Yeah.
And we're halfway through the season.
We've deleted that from the previous episode.
We have not. It's still sitting there, Beef. We'll hold you to account just like everyone else does. So Boks Argentina, will Boks play the same way that they played against the All Blacks in Wellington, or will they play like they played against the All Blacks at Eden Park?
I mean, does Rusty have to worry more about winning in South Africa than he does when he's on the road? You know, like
so he goes back to tradition.
No, I think he rolls them out again. I think
same team.
Well, it was a similar team. I think that they'll be buoyed by the fact that they were able to mix the 2 brands of footy, and that will be the big thing.
So their midfield's the 2 youngsters, or not youngsters, but they're not the Creel and Dealende.
Don't know. They've got plenty of options there. I think Creel's probably the most likely to come back in. Obviously, it depends. Willemson played at 12, but if there's no Fussy again, because I think
put him at fullback,
he goes straight back to fullback and plays well there. So I don't really think it matters who they play, but I think if it's going to be a Sasha or a Labok at 10, you know how they're going to play as opposed to whether they go to a Pollard. But no, I think South Africa gets it done. I think, again, their forward power and the platform that they can lay. But, geez, Argentina.
They're a chance.
A huge chance.
They're a definite chance.
Yes. I'm going to say South Africa just.
What gives Argentina the biggest hope? Is it the Wallabies went over there and won?
Oh, I think it's where they are at. I think it's where they're at as a team now. They've got some exciting backs, and you know that if any team's going to try and physically go after the Boks up front and have the ability in this championship to be able to hold the Boks at minimum, it would be the Argentinians. They're the closest in body shape. Like the Argentinians are massive men themselves. Don't think for a second that they aren't going to be able to physically compete. And then they themselves have these backs that continue to impress. Old Choco, my mate at 12.
You love Chocobates.
Chocobates at 12. Caderes is on fire at 10 after he's taken over from my other lad that I thought was going to be
win the World Cup for Argentina.
He's injured. He might still do that. But they have got some talent there.
Don't forget, they split the results last year
They
as
often
well.
do, don't they?
But Argentina are still a chance to win the
course they
rugby
are.
championship for the first time ever. So they will be so motivated in the next 2 weeks.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the great thing about where this competition's got to. You could still win it on the last week. There's no team now that's going to be out of it until the last week.
Yeah, it's going to be wonderful. What about the NPC beef?
Oh.
We have heard your comments. We've read your comments saying NPC, more NPC. This is the greatest competition in the world right now, and it's delivering in 2025.
Yep.
That wasn't just a quote from Beef. That is a quote from you directly. We've read them. So, NPC,
Yep.
Bop, top 4 team. Again, hello, we're doing well. Yeah, we had a few blips. Counties getting some wins, Beef.
Yes,
and
three,
a big
three
one.
from 3.
Big one on the weekend too.
Yeah, big one for all those people in counties. I mean, you've got to remember we're a union that has been pillaged and poached to pieces over our 70-year history from Auckland. Used to go and watch counties play Auckland mainly to watch the 20 All Blacks playing for Auckland and get some autographs after. That's what our childhood was. Then they'd come down in Pookie, they'd put 100 on us, you'd get your autographs and you'd go away happy kid. And now to see the Steelers beat them.
Huge.
On their 70th anniversary day. It was pretty special, wonderful performance. What the NPC is dishing up and showing is, there's been question marks about some of the defensive systems, but what it is showing is the freedom of attack. Teams aren't overly structured and overly constrained by structure, and some of the offloading games, and people are seeing what they see, and then just acting upon it, as opposed to being locked into 3 or 4 phases. So, I was lucky enough to be at the counties game. They were brilliant. They had about 5 tries in the first half of it. All could have been highlights reel stuff. Obviously, we had Waikato, my other great team. They
got a bit of work to do this season, though.
Wow, they beat Tassie in Golden Point. Interesting. Obviously, we've seen Golden Point in rugby league for years.
Yes.
We haven't seen a lot of it in rugby, and I was fascinated to watch how it unfolded. So, for those that missed it, you literally had ping pong from the 15s for about 5 minutes. There would have been about 10 or 12 kicks just in sync to each other, nobody wanting to do anything. And then all of a sudden, Waikato get a set piece from about 60 out, 1 hit, then a set play off the back of it, score a try, game over. So it's really interesting. Obviously in league, you see teams just set for drop kicks, but I think it's probably the first Golden Point I've ever watched live.
What would you do if you were on the field? How would you play a Golden Point match?
Well, considering how negative the 2 teams were until one team chanced their arm, maybe that's the script, because with rugby, you're always going to have backfield cover. And with this 50 and 22 situation, there's always going to be 2 back, which means there's going to be a softness to the edge defensively. And when Waikato went down there, that's where it was. So I think chancing your arm's not going to hurt, but of course it depends what stage of a game you're at, how knackered you are, and all the rest of it. So it only takes 1 goal kick. I mean, admittedly, William Haravili, who's been wonderful all year for Moana Pacifica, did miss a kick in a Golden Point time, which he would probably put over most days. So you could argue, well, the penalty in field position does work. But fascinating to see. And also, the Shield keeps moving.
Hold on, before we move on to the Shield. Ollie Mathis, this kid, look, it's not the first time he's had a mention on the aftermatch, but he is superb.
Yeah.
I believe he's going down to the Crusaders next year.
I have heard that whisper.
Like, how long before this guy is playing?
Well, and the other fascinating thing is, you talk about being able to a 6-2 split.
Yeah,
there's your answer.
hybrid.
He's a wing, flanker, centre, whatever you want him to be.
He can literally play wherever you want him to play.
Very talented.
And he's as versatile in every position, right?
Yeah, he's a super talent. And yeah, is that rumour public, or is that just...
I think we've dropped it here for the first time.
Yeah, oh well. He's not playing for the Chiefs.
They should have. Why did they not sign him?
Look, I'm not in charge of their contracting situation.
Come on, he's a Waikato boy.
He is.
Hamilton boys, wasn't he?
I think so. I think he might even be
Captained them.
I think he might even be from one of the country towns. So, yeah, not sure.
Yeah, Ollie Mathis. He is a name to keep an eye out for in the next couple of years. Ranfurly Shield.
Yes.
5 changes this year.
Yes. 5
holders of the Ranfurly Shield, as you corrected me when we were talking about it. Where's it gone this season? The Naki.
Started in the Naki and he went to God's country.
Bus trip to Waikato.
Yes. Then
Plane trip down south, the longest trip ever.
Yes, about 4 flights later, they make Invercargill.
And then up to Christchurch, Canterbury.
Which we all thought, oh no, it's stuck there.
No,
No
down
way.
to Otago.
Down to Otago. Beautiful to see the Scarfies get their hands on it. And now the great irony is they've got one defence to lock it away for summer.
With a team that's not won a single match.
And yet you wouldn't put it past them.
North Harbour.
Look, just a word of warning to Otago.
0-8.
Clearly, every team this year's possibly pushed it a little bit too hard with the celebrations. Boys.
Emotion will get them up.
Well, I always thought it did. Didn't often. Beat North Harbour and you can do whatever you want with it.
For the rest of the year.
Don't be Hawke's Bay with it. But you can have it all summer to party with.
Okay, so you're telling them just to hold your horses.
If it's Monday afternoon and you're on Castle Street right now, go home and get ready to train tomorrow.
You don't continue until Wednesday like you did when you had the Shield.
No.
You got to wrap things up.
Or a few of these other teams, I do believe. My whispers have told me.
Okay, so North Harbour, they're a real chance. How good is the Ranfurly Shield? And this year I feel like it has grown legs because it's moving around the country.
Yeah, well, it just adds to the stories, doesn't it? You get more hope, you get more belief that you could get your hands on it. And with like North Harbour a month ago, we're just thinking, oh, just make this season end. It's a train wreck. And then they would have been thinking that too probably 2 days ago. And then all of a sudden, oh, we could salvage our season. For those who aren't listening from New Zealand, literally this is a team that has been pretty rubbish all year, respectfully. They have not won a game, so rubbish is probably the right title. But if they win one game and they win this trophy that we call the Ranfurly Shield here in New Zealand, it's a success. There'll be a street party. There'll be people at the airports.
There'll be parades.
There'll be parades.
They'll be partying until Wednesday.
It's our oldest trophy and our most significant trophy in this country.
It's a shield and it's a beautiful thing. It's a massive, massive log of wood.
Over 100 years old.
With all the plaques on it. It's a special trophy that you've won a couple of times.
Yeah.
But the magic got a hold of beef. You wouldn't be surprised.
I blame Gaddy. Gaddy told me adrenaline would get me up.
Never did.
Never did.
Okay, predictions for this weekend then. We'll start off with the Shield. Who ends up with the Shield for summer?
Lock it away, Castle Street.
Oh, you're locking it up.
Yep.
I reckon they're still on it. I'm saying it's getting sent. It's getting sent up north. And Harbour salvages their season.
It's been injustice.
Harbour salvages their season.
Okay.
And they go for 2 from 2 to finish the year. The Rugby Championship.
Yep.
We'll go to Durban first.
South Africa in a thriller.
Is it?
Yep.
Golden Point.
Yep. They've had 2 weeks to come off. Everyone's going to be primed. I think it's going to be a great game.
1 to 12.
1 to 12.
South Africa. Both of us. Eden Park then.
All
Our
Blacks.
own.
The Garden Fortress is still New Zealand's fortress. 13 plus. All Blacks.
It doesn't even come close.
No.
It doesn't come down to the wire. They blow them out in the first 20 minutes.
They have had 2 weeks of stewing on that result. They've had 2 weeks of hearing from people. They are going to be white hot on Saturday afternoon.
I'm a believer. I'm a believer.
Come along.
You've talked me into it. 13 plus, not sure about the 13 plus. I feel like the Wallabies will put up a show.
They will.
And they'll spring a few surprises. And they'll probably score a few sensational tries and have a couple of moments. But the game itself will go to the All Blacks.
Bash them. 13 plus.
Bash them.
Yeah, well, I don't have to play. You can use words like bashing.
Bash them.
Yeah. Go bash them, boys.
There you go. Go bash them. We'll see you on Thursday when this All Blacks team is named for the fastest test of the year. So will they pick?
The fastest squad possible.
The fastest squad possible. Not the biggest squad possible, the fastest squad possible to live up to this 5 p.m. kickoff.
Here's a bolter I'm going to throw in for you. In the 23.
Yes. Oh.
Peter.
Peter.
Lakai.
Oh, Peter Lakai. Look, he's been so far from the action this year. I was thinking, which Peter? Are you bringing Peter Gus back from overseas? Or
I'm lobbing
Peter
him in there.
Lakai?
Yep. Off the bench with 25 to go. You know, he's like Adi Savia, Jr.
Yeah, you're also lobbing another grenade.
Who?
You're lobbing in a Leicester Faiganuku, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll lob him in too.
There's a bit of speed.
Off the bench. Yeah, I like it. Bit of impact.
And Bowden Barrett.
Yeah, probably Bodie too.
There's your... Okay, that's why they're going to bash them when this bench comes on. There you go. We'll see you on Thursday. Thanks for joining us on the Aftermatch with
Hope you're
Kirsten
listening,
Beef.
Razor.
He always does.